Okay. Hi, I'm Mr. Dr. Professor Flacco, right? Uh-huh, uh-huh. On this thing where I did a presentation, as you can see, I work for Async. That explains the costumes. Alright, let's go. I did a whole presentation so I can give you guys um a background on the movie. And also, if you haven't stumbled across this video and you're not a friend of mine, click off. Oh, there's some other better videos. Alright, let's see. Alright, first we start with origins of Backrooms. Alright, so we start with this picture. It started in 4chan. It was submitted in 4chan in 2019, right? The picture is actually from Hobby Lobby in Wisconsin, right? It was just randomly taken. But this picture started everything, right? And it was given the caption, if you're not careful and you no clip out of reality in the wrong areas, you'll end up in the backrooms when it's nothing but the stink of moist carpet, the madness of mono yellow, and the endless background noise of fluorescent light. Maximum house above and approximately 6 million square miles of random segmented empty rooms to be trapped in. And then it was followed that by, if God and save you if you hear something wandering around nearby, because it sure as hell do. And that pretty much from there, you get the Backrooms boom. And what the Backrooms boom is, after that, you get lots and lots of games, right? We have a lot of Roblox games, right? Even like a fucking Shrek game. I actually took this picture myself. Alright, and then with that you get the SCP, right? And that is like a wiki of horror shit, and that is irrelevant though. But it really took over a genre, and people play these games and they think they know the Backrooms. They fucking, I mean they do, but they don't, because the Backrooms, the movie is based on, is King's Pixel series. So King Pixels is this YouTuber who first uploaded his first Backroom videos back in 2022. It was a mini series, right, that he still continued to this day, but and it's based on found footage content, right? So it's like camcorder type of content. So it gives more eeriness to it. And then also it's what the movie is based on, right? So people might be confused when you see the movie, but no, this is what the movie is based on. Like also here's like the director. He's 20 years old, crazy, younger than me. I'm out here giving a fucking YouTube video and this guy's making a movie. But yeah. Alright, so lore beginnings. So it started with this video back in 2022, right? And this video actually has 80 million views, and so that's why they're making a movie on it. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Shit, not to get into timeline things, but the video was taken for context in 1991, but it ended in 1996, which is confusing, but I'll get to that later, right? Alright, super important thing, async, right? As you can see, I'm an employee there. Alright, but yeah, async. So they're a research institute. They're located in San Jose, and they're, what's it called? They're like like leader is Ivan Beck. Ivan Beck is super important. Honestly, he deserves his own slide, but that's irrelevant, so we're not talking about him, right? Basically, they're responsible for creating the Backrooms. They made it back on October 17th, 1989. And the reason that's an important date was because that's the date where a huge earthquake happened, and in real life. And basically, like, they're responsible, right? So async, important. So they create the Backrooms and they start exploring, right? They see that's super wide and you can easily get lost because everything looks the same. So they use red line to like map their way around. And then that's where the hazmat suits come from, right? Because they don't know if the place is radioactive or not. There's like a whole new dimension they just opened up. So that's what happens. Then like they walk around examining the tiles and the lights, because like where are they getting power from? They take the light, they don't see anything. It's really mysterious, but yeah, so there's no end in sight. Alright, next things. While exploring, they find different levels and sections. Most importantly, the pitfalls, and like this hotel is actually a real life hotel, like I think in London, right? But it looks eerie, so that's there. These pitfalls are really important. I'll get to that later. And then like this level is really irrelevant. Doesn't matter. All right. Null zones. Null zones. The null zones is what connects the real world to the backrooms. It's pretty much like a bridge between dimensions. That's where people fall through, right? And in this version of backrooms, you can go back which way you came, which is like what the movie is, because like they make a door and you can go back in which way you came, right? But they're also responsible for distorting time, right? Where let's say you're in between these null zones, you can pretty much time travel or hears things from the future or from the past, right? Which we get to later. Peter Trench, he's an async scientist who goes mysteriously missing in the backrooms, right? So one time while they're exploring the backrooms, he hears something, he goes to go investigate it, and when he goes to signals to his team, they mysteriously disappear. This is all like in the YouTube videos. They mysteriously disappear. But what actually happened was they didn't disappear, he disappeared. But to him, it was just like they just disappeared. And when he's walking around, everything looks different. And he opens the door and he sees like everything looks different. But the reason why is because he time traveled 2 months in the future, right? And like that's pretty much how I include him, because like to show that time travel is a thing in the backrooms. All right, asyncs and their plan. Their plan is to work with the government, right, and use the backrooms as a way of like storage and housing. You can see, but they try to be able to live here. All right, but there also goes to deceive the government, because you know what they're hiding? Missing people. So when they're exploring, a lot of people, once they opened it, people started going missing. Like a lot of people started going missing. They slipped through, and then while they're exploring, they start finding bodies, right? And like black mold infesting these bodies, right? And like black mold everywhere. And what's causing like the black mold is the entities. I'm such a fucking nerd. Alright, so first we go with the life form. The life form is the first monster we ever see. He's like the main guy, right? He is suspected to be causing black mold, right? One time the creator, King Parsons, gave him the nickname bacteria. So it seems like the black mold is this form of bacteria. There's also still life. Still life, it's a humanoid entity, right? And he's only seen in one video. He's just chasing Robbie, which we'll get to him later, right? And then there's also the green glow. The green glow, not really sure what it means. Throughout the videos, it appears several times. But every time it appears, the video cuts or it goes away, and it doesn't really show what it is, so it's still a mystery. Yeah, from the entities we get Robbie. So, Robbie, I could have left his ass out, honestly. But Robbie, he's not that important. But he's like a guy who goes missing. But his account of everything was super detailed. He was a very lore heavy video. He's the one who runs into the still life, and he dies. Presumably, it's weird because he entered like in the 90s, but I think he also time traveled. It doesn't matter. But and also with him, one time in the background, he was exploring a house and he was able to talk to someone in the real world. But yeah, I think is that the last. Oh no, then we get to Backrooms movie, right? We get here. We get with the protagonist Clark and Dr. Mary Klein. He's a struggling furniture owner, which is pretty cool because the Backrooms is based from a furniture store. So I think that's a nice throwback, right? And then she's a therapist, and then like he goes missing, blah blah blah, right? I do not know what time period this movie's set, but it's probably set in the 90s. Right? Anything else you should know? So pretty much most of it's a mystery. What caused the backrooms? Or like, well, async kind of caused the backrooms. But why did async start trying to get to the backrooms? I don't know. Something is like more lore heavy with Ivan Beck. which I don't really know. I hope the movie explains more, which we'll get to in a later, well, another time. Uh huh. Is that pretty much it? I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, there's way more, but it's like a really, they just like simple what it is, what's in it. Uh, oh shit, I forgot to talk about the pitfalls. The pitfalls are also, um, they get you through, like let's say you fall through them, you get transported to like different like levels in a way, right? Which is not really levels. People don't like that word, but yeah, you get transported to different levels where you can see like towns, but it's all eerie. But usually, those towns lead you back into like the main carpet area. Anything else? No zones. Peter Tench. I mean, Peter Tench ends up going crazy because they faked his death, and then he. I mean, what do you do when you get transported 2 months in the future? But yeah, Bobby. I think that's all. I think that's all. Um, you pretty much know that A-Spec. But yeah, A-Spec, no, A-Spec's a huge thing, right? We repping the merch. All right, and then I was gonna ask questions, but there's no one here. Also, you got a question? Yeah, why did you make me sit through this presentation? Also, like, well, because there's no one else here. Oh, oh, I got another question. What's your question, also? Can you please shut the fuck? Okay, okay, also, okay, also. I think I think on the video there.